What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of things we haven't talked about recently that the Chicago Bulls did do, and it's because of all the games that happened and everything in between, the waivings and the trades, but the Bulls actually re-signed someone recently, and it's something that, look, not everybody expected this, but I kind of predicted this would happen. And I think the Bulls and this player were both waiting for the right time. And it looks like that time is now, ladies and gentlemen. The Chicago Bulls have re-signed Lonzo Ball. And we're going to talk about it in this video. But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about these Chicago Bulls and the re-signing of Lonzo Ball. Do you think it's the right decision? Do you think it's the wrong decision? And what is next for the Chicago Bulls and Lonzo Ball? Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I was 100% certain we were going to re-sign Lonzo Ball, but if you've watched any of my recent Lonzo Ball videos, there's not that many of them to be honest, but still, for the last two of them, I was saying the Bulls probably want to keep Lonzo on a team-friendly deal. Like, I just think it made the most sense. When it comes to people saying, let's trade Lonzo Ball or even waive Lonzo Ball, it was just never going to happen. Waiving Lonzo Ball means you don't get any value out of him, and trading him away, I mean, it just depends on that trade value. And I just don't think the Chicago Bulls had a lot of trade value for Lonzo Ball. But the fact that we gave him an opportunity and the fact that he played big minutes in those opportunities showed to me the Bulls had interest in Lonzo Ball staying here. And that was really what was the driving factor for me believing Lonzo Ball was going to stay here. It was the fact that he had an opportunity after his recovery to play, and the Bulls gave him every single opportunity and then some. As of now, he's playing 29 minutes a game, which is fantastic to see. The shackles are coming off. The minutes are being lifted. It's beautiful. And I'm very proud of Lonzo Ball for his progress he has made this season, and I'm so happy to see where he is right now. Even if he doesn't have the most amazing games, the fact that he's still on the court is a blessing in my opinion, and he should be very happy with where he is at the moment. But the fact that the Bulls gave him that chance was always the driving factor for me believing that the Bulls wanted to keep him around. And it was really just about Lonzo Ball for me. What did Lonzo Ball want? Did Lonzo Ball want to be a starter, and therefore he had to wait his turn because he's kind of starting almost every game now, it feels like, and he just had to wait? Did he feel like he was never going to get that opportunity? Did he want a pay rise? Did he want to change of scenery? We didn't really know Lonzo Ball's side of things, right? But I always felt like the Bulls on a team-friendly deal would massively be appreciative of signing Lonzo Ball. And that's exactly what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Lonzo Ball has re-signed with the Chicago Bulls. 2 years, $20 million. Obviously, cut that in half. It's $10 million a season. And that is the team-friendly deal that we're looking for. Lonzo Ball on $10 million a season, I think is an absolute bargain. Not to mention it's 2 years. So for Lonzo Ball, this gives him flexibility. And for the Bulls, it gives them flexibility. This is the perfect deal, in my opinion, for the Chicago Bulls to make. Let me give you some reasons why. The 2 years factor. I think this is good for the Bulls because we don't necessarily know what we're going to look like in 2 years. In 2 years' time, we might not need Lonzo Ball. In 2 years' time, maybe we are even worse than where we are now, and we should probably make Lonzo Ball go to a team where he's going to be contending and competing for things, and that is very important. And that makes sense. For the money as well, $10 million a season, it gives the Bulls flexibility to go and do other things in free agency. We may not be going and signing the biggest superstars out there, but we can get younger talent. And now that we've got rid of Zach LaVine's contract, you're assuming in a couple seasons' time we'll have much more money freed up. You can make big moves there in that regard, and that is very important to have. Or maybe we draft a point guard in the NBA draft, and he becomes the top guy, and the Bulls don't have use for 3 straight point guards like Josh Giddey, the draft pick, and Lonzo Ball. Maybe get rid of Lonzo Ball. But for Lonzo Ball, this makes perfect sense as well. He now doesn't have to worry about his next contract. Do you know how liberating that might feel for Lonzo Ball at the moment? Because let's be honest, coming into this situation with his injury, we were in the land of the unknown. No one knew how Lonzo Ball was going to be. No one knew if he was going to fully recover from it. No one knew that, heck, he could have been injured midway through the season or midway through 25 games in and never come back. We didn't know what situation Lonzo Ball was going to be in, right? And the fact that he now comes into another situation where he doesn't have to worry about his contract and he can purely just focus on returning or becoming better and better each and every single game, getting more minutes, having more freedom, maybe at some point playing a back-to-back, getting the next steps, right, into his career, and that's all he has to worry about for the next 2.5 seasons. I mean, that must feel great for Lonzo Ball. He's in an environment right now with the Chicago Bulls where we are kind of shifting around a little bit. He's now becoming a leader now because he is one of the older guys in the locker room, and he's young, but we just have that young of a team. Vucevic and Lonzo, well, Lonzo's what, 25, 26, 25 years old, I think. Vucevic is in his 30s, but Vucevic is surely going to be leaving sooner than later. It gives Lonzo Ball a chance to become a leader, defensively, offensively, and as the age factor of the group, right? But he's also in the time frame where if we were to retool and reshape, he's in the time bracket where he could be with us in that environment as well. And that makes it makes him a very valuable asset to the Chicago Bulls. And like I said, let's just say we end up sucking 2 seasons from now. Worse than where we already are. Lonzo Ball doesn't see a future with the Chicago Bulls. He doesn't have to stay around for much longer. He only has to stay for 2 seasons. Heck, we could even trade him next season if need be, if that's the way that he felt about it. So it's just perfect for both teams. Both scenarios. Lonzo Ball situation and the Chicago Bulls. It makes sense for the Bulls. Friendly deal, 2 seasons. Makes sense for Lonzo. Has a chance now to just fully focus on basketball. Forget about his contract. Forget about the money. He knows what he's going to get. He knows what he's earning. And it's a short enough deal where he doesn't have to commit himself for 5 years per se. Like his first contract was 4 years. You don't have to commit yourself that long. And you could potentially go elsewhere if things don't work well here. It's perfect. I think this is a great deal. I know a lot of people want Lonzo Ball gone. I think mainly people wanted Lonzo Ball gone because he was making $20 million a season. And because he just wasn't worth that with the injuries he sustained. $10 million a season, it's a much less of a risk to take. And I'm thankful that the Bulls managed to get this done on a friendly deal. And I'm even thankful Lonzo Ball accepted a friendly deal. He may have not gotten more out there, I honestly don't know. But at least now we can move on. And I don't think this is a bad deal whatsoever. But do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.